We don't suffer because reality is harsh. We suffer because we refuse to look at it. Reality isn't personal, emotional, or symbolic. It's mechanical. It runs on cause and effect, stimulus and adaptation, action and consequence. And it keeps perfect score, whether we acknowledge it or not. The moment we start evading it, we start losing. Hey there, it's me, Core, and you're listening to Exercising Consistency, from fitness to flourishing. Ayn Rand, author of The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged, once described what happens when a person tries to sidestep reality and follow their whims instead. Begin quote. He is free to evade reality. He is free to unfocus his mind and stumble blindly down any road he pleases, but not free to avoid the abyss he refuses to see. End quote. The sentence is devastating in its clarity. Reality can't be avoided willfully, as if there were an alternative, nor ignored passively, as if it were a background noise you tune out. But reality can be evaded, actively, deliberately, with full use of the mind turned against its own function. You can unfocus. You can look away. You can tell yourself the story that makes the moment comfortable. And you can keep doing it right up until the ground disappears beneath your feet. The abyss does not care what you refuse to see. It's simply there. And the penalty, Rand wrote, is destruction. Not punishment, not judgment, just cause and effect operating as it always does. As Rand puts it, begin quote, man is free to choose not to be conscious, but not free to escape the penalty of unconsciousness. End quote. The body never rationalizes. The clearest proof of this principle is physical. You can evade the fact that you have not exercised for 3 weeks. You can tell yourself work was demanding, the timing was wrong, you'll get back to it next Monday. The story feels true. It might even be reasonable, but the body is not listening to your story. The body is recording the stimulus it received, which was 0. And the adaptation it will produce will also be 0, or perhaps even a negative with deconditioning. You can evade poor form. You can rush through reps, compromise range of motion, load weight your connective tissue is not ready for, and tell yourself you are training hard. The story says dedication. The joints say otherwise. The injuries do not care what you told yourself. They only care what you did. You can evade the need for recovery. You can stack intensity on intensity, treat rest as weakness, and wear burnout like a badge. But the nervous system keeps its own ledger. The glymphatic system clears metabolic waste on its own clock. The default mode network processes emotion on its schedule, not at your convenience. Evade recovery long enough and the body will enforce it for you. Reality does not send a warning, it sends a consequence. This is why the body is the cleanest metaphor for how to run a life. The body never rationalizes. It never gives you a pass because your excuse feels valid. It never confuses the story you tell yourself with the behavior you actually execute. The body tracks what happened. That's all it can do. That is the entire feedback system. And if you're honest, you already know what it's reporting. The stories we tell. The mind is less honest than the body. To unfocus, as Rand put it, is to let the sharp edges of reality blur into something more comfortable. The body records the missed workout. The mind says it does not matter because you were tired. The body records the fourth consecutive day without meaningful focus. The mind says you needed the break. The body records the avoidance pattern. The mind spins a narrative about waiting for the right moment, needing clarity first, letting the idea marinate for a while before taking action. This is what I call the no special pleading test. Would you accept this excuse from someone else? If a friend told you they skipped the gym because they didn't feel like it, you would see the evasion for what it is. But when you are the one unfocusing, the story feels special. Your circumstances feel unique. Your reasons feel valid. They are not. You're just closer to them. Objective self-observation is the skill of bringing the mind back into focus. Separate facts from stories. Separate outcomes from excuses. The missed workout is a data point. The story about why it was justified is an evasion. One is useful, the other is the road you stumble blindly down, telling yourself you know where it leads. The Stoic discipline. The Stoics called this the discipline of assent. It's the practice of refusing to agree with false impressions. When the mind generates a thought like, I'll start again on Monday, or this one skip doesn't matter, the discipline of assent demands you examine it before you accept it. Is this true? Or is this just the comfortable answer I want to hear right now? Most of the thoughts we generate to excuse inaction are comfortable. They protect the ego. They preserve the identity of someone who is trying, someone who cares, someone who will get back on track soon. But they're not true. The truth is in the behavior. The truth is in the data the body is reporting, whether or not you choose to focus on it. Don't fear the abyss. The consequences of evading reality are not punishment. They're simply cause and effect, operating as it always does. Skip the workout, and the adaptation does not occur. Unfocus from the feedback, and the problem compounds. Tell yourself a story that contradicts the facts, and the facts win every time. Reality is undefeated. The point is not to fear the abyss. The point is to stop pretending it isn't there. Because the moment you stop evading, the moment you let reality report without interference, you regain the freedom that matters. The freedom to act. The body already lives this way. It deals in stimulus and adaptation, in cause and effect, in the truth of what happened rather than the comfort of what you wished happened. When the mind learns to operate on the same terms, the abyss becomes irrelevant. You stop stumbling toward it. You start moving away from it with deliberate steps. Reality becomes your ally, and progress becomes inevitable. To emulate the body's systems and become the person who follows through on their most important goals, join the Act Score Challenge. That's it for today. Catch you next time.